Hello, 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 check. Hello, hello, check. Test. Hello, hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. Test. Hello, check.
Hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. 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 Yeah.
Hello, hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, check.
Okay. Good afternoon to one and all present here. It's an honor for Julian Day School, Kolkata to host the debate competition of our inter-school. And it's an honor for us to welcome our moderator for the day, Ms. Pushpita Barik. Ms. Pushpita Barik is a well-known name in the field of education in Kolkata. The founder principal of Purvanchal Vidya Mandir established that education is about far more than what happens within the four walls of the classroom. She is a born leader, and her commendable achievement of establishing the school, which started with a humble figure of only 37 students in 1998, now boasts of 2,700 plus students. She had a splendid schooling, an alma mater of Loreto Day School, and then completed her graduation and post-graduation in English and also B.Ed from the University of Calcutta. She further achieved an MA in education from NOU, a diploma course in journalism and mass communication from Sister Nivedita University, that's SNU, and a course of administration also from IIM Joka. Her teaching career began with IKKMG and then in Sri R.N. Singh Memorial School before she was appointed as the founder principal in Purvanchal Vidya Mandir at the age of 36. In these years, she also got associated with Bharat Scouts and Guides, and was bestowed with the following honors: former Assistant State Commissioner Guide, BSG, West Bengal; former District Chief Commissioner, East Calcutta, DA; former District Commissioner Guide, East Calcutta District; President, Vice President, East Calcutta, LA. She also received an award, Medal of Merit, from Honorable Governor of West Bengal. Another remarkable achievement in her career was when, as the Vice President of South Asian Children's Forum, she had the opportunity to be invited to Haiti and meet the then Honorable President Abdul Kalam at the Rashtrapati Bhavan on 13th October 2003. A singer, she also takes painting seriously and received a gold medal from the renowned film director Satyajit Ray during her school days. She has retired as the founder principal on 31st of March 2022, but continues to devote herself to school education. At present, she is working as the advisor school in the prestigious Money Group, who are planning to start schools in and around Kolkata. We welcome you, ma'am. To introduce our judges, the honorable judges for the day, first, Mrs. Shusmita Bhattacharya. She is currently the head of the Department of English, the senior section at Loreto House School. It's an honor, ma'am, for us to have you amongst us. Mr. Preetham Chatterjee, a senior school teacher of English at La Martiniere Boys. He has spent 17 odd years in this profession. It's an honor, sir, and thank you so much for embracing us. Mrs. Sushmita Ghosh, a senior school teacher of English at La Martiniere for Girls. She has been living her passion as a teacher for the past 7 years there. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now coming down to our heroes today, rather, the debaters. From Kolkata, we have Nirit Saha and Meghomondro Chakraborty. Can you please raise your hand once? From Kalyani, we have Yagnaseni Nyogi and Srishti Roy. From Ganganagar, we have Pratiksha Maiti and Raima Ghosh. And finally, from Howrah, we have Arni Saha and Syed Mumenullah. Just to give you a small brief about today's debate, for content, the judges are going to mark on 15 points. For argument and rebuttal, 10 points. For appropriateness of language, 10 points. Delivery, 10 points. Demeanor, poise, and stance, 5 points. We have total 8 students from 4 branches. That's 4 into 2 equals 8. Each speaker will be given 4 minutes to speak. A bell will be rung at the end of 3 minutes to indicate that only 1 more minute left for the speaker to speak in his/her debate. Another bell will be rung at the end of the 4th minute. For rebuttal, we have 2 minutes. It's the same thing, but the points are different. Only the points are. No, it's delivery, 10 points. Argument, 10 points. Only the content is 15 and here it's 20. That's about it. So, and the rebuttal again has the same 10 points, right? That's it. It's the same thing. It's only 15 points given over there. That's it. I request the judges to follow the points given in the sheet itself. Yes. So today's topic for the debate is the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. Once again, I repeat, the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity.
A very good afternoon to all of you present here. My heartfelt greetings to all of the dignitaries, the principals, and the teachers, the judges, all those who are present. Even I can see some children. Yes, we are anxiously waiting for today's debate, and the topic has already been announced, and we will not waste any time and start away straight away so that we don't waste. So the first speaker, may I know your name, please? Nigel Shaha. Noinik Shaha. Yes, he will be speaking for the motion. That is, the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. May I start?
The time must be kept. Yes. The mic is not working.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to unmute my microphone. Our intelligence is what makes us humans, and AI is an extension of it. A very good afternoon to our respected managing trustee, Mrs. S.E. Broughton, ma'am, to our respected judges, to our moderator, ma'am, principals, vice principals of all the 4 branches, teachers, parents, my worthy opponents, my fellow teammates, and one and all present here today. Now the question arises, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or any kind of a cognitive device in order to learn and think something. Now, don't you feel relieved on getting the correct recipe on Google? Or getting the answer to your question on Google? We feel, right? Now, I would like to illustrate my point of view by taking a few examples, and I firmly believe that artificial intelligence will benefit mankind. Digital assistants. We have often heard of the 3 trios: Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. From waking me up in order to attend the online classes regularly, to finding the best watches, and even playing the soothing music in order to go for a good sleep, they have really helped me a lot. A lot of companies, they are also developing these artificial intelligence communicative devices in order to communicate with people all around the globe. Second point, doing the repetitive jobs like sending out the emails to a large number of people or verifying the documents becomes a hectic job for the people. It can be easily overcome with these AI or the artificial intelligent cognitive devices. Moreover, reduction in the human error. With the increase in stress, people tend to make mistakes which can be easily overcome with the help of these AI devices, reaching to places out of human sight. Like, for example, extracting petroleum deep below the sea, or from going to the core of the reactor, going to Mars. These can be easily accomplished using the AI robots. Like, decisions inputted earlier are taken faster. We all know it's very difficult to defeat the computer in the hard mode chess games. Moreover, we can also say, like, initially we had to search for a travel guide in order to go for travel destinations or to unleash new destinations. But nowadays, just go to Google and then you'll get the shortest, nearest distance to move to the new destination. Moreover, a time efficient, a very important factor and a dominating factor of artificial intelligence is time efficiency. AI devices can do the work much more easier, much more faster than what humans can do. Now, many of us might say that no, AI is going to destroy mankind. But let us remember that we are the ones who have created AI or artificial intelligence. So it is our duty where to stop. So today, let's take a pledge that we are the youth. We are tomorrow. We are the nation. We are going to represent the nation. So we should make a difference. So I would just like to end that let us make a difference. The sun will definitely rise again. Thank you.
Any questions for the rebuttal? No? Okay, you may.
Thank you.
Yes. Your name, please. I can't hear you. Niyogi. Yagna Seni Niyogi. Yes. Yes.
So just now you mentioned in your statement that we use Siri, Google, and Alexa so that it can suggest us the like new brandy watches and everything, like everything good. But don't you think that artificial intelligence at some point restricts our thinking skills, our decision-taking skills?
As I've already mentioned, thank you for question. As I've already mentioned, it is us humans who have created artificial intelligence. So we should know where to stop, first of all. And moreover, it doesn't spoils our creativity. We can never say that it spoils our creativity. Moreover, it opens a wide range of creative ideas. Like on searching on the Google, we get a large number of ideas. You can get a large number of books, a plethora of knowledge you can gain from there. We should always try to get the benefits of it. Thank you. Ma'am, are we allowed to cross question? We are not allowed to cross.
So just now you said that we should have a limit. Exactly. We only know while giving online examinations what while giving online examinations what the majority of the students were doing. Like we don't know, take a tuition class, we don't know a particular answer. It can be the easiest one, but we go to Google. Like we cannot think of thinking also. Before that we go on for searching. What do you want to say for that?
It completely depends on us. Like we have also many evidences that many students have given their tests without the use of Google. Eventually I can say that I have done that. So I think if that's an exemplary example, we can go by that way. It depends on us. The main thing is us. Thank you.
Any problem? Yes. Actually, we read it once. Okay. But he said once, the judge. Therefore, I allowed. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. Once. Okay. Students, during the rebuttal time, you can just cross question once, not more than once, right? You will not be able to ask two questions. That is the rule. And the other rules have already been mentioned. Do you want me to repeat again? It's all right? 3 minutes, then a bell, warning bell, and then you have to speak for 1 more minute, and for rebuttal, 2 minutes only. Right. Okay. Yes. So if another person has got some other question, can ask. But the same person will not ask two questions. Is that clear? Yes. So now we come to the opposition side, and Megho Mondro Chakraborty will be speaking against the motion. Megho Mondro.
First, I would like to say good morning to our respected trustee, respected moderator and judges, to my worthy opponents and my teammates. One thing that we must understand during handling AI is that not all technologies are meant to be created and are not suitable for human beings. There have been multiple technologies in history that have only caused destruction instead of profit. We can take the example of Robert Oppenheimer, who said that the atomic bomb would end the carnage of the Second World War. But what did it do? It only created more tension, more destruction, and more than only caused more destruction and more tension in the world than ever. We can take the example of Sophia, who was the first robot to get a citizenship of a country. She has to be programmed for every single interview taken of her. The only interview in which she wasn't programmed, she made a joke about dominating humans. Even though she rubbed it off, can we really consider it a coincidence? We, as humans, from the days we developed from apes and have come to this modern age, have not only done good for the nature, we have destroyed a tremendous part of the ecosystem, we have caused damage to nature. So how can we expect another species which is not even made of cells and doesn't even have feelings to not consider us as competitors and instead consider us as friends? At one point, they'll simply understand that they are not getting a fair deal in the bargain. If they are given all the work, they'll simply understand that the humans are doing nothing and we are doing all. So we should be in charge because they have intelligence. We can also see that if someone is given something in a plate, he will never learn to cook. It's normal human psychology that if you're given everything, you will not learn to work hard. If you stay at your house every day, then your creativity level will drop tremendously. And hence, I say that artificial intelligence only causes damage to human society. We can take one last example, which is that of two of the most important search engines in modern day, that is Siri and Alexa. When these were put together in a debate like ours, their artificial intelligence activated, the debate went on for 3 days. And what was the result at the end of the debate? That humans were the main causes of all problems. So I would like to end my speech here saying this, that artificial intelligence is not a technology yet suitable for human being. And as for stopping at the right point, that has never been done, and we have seen it since there have been multiple wars and multiple fiascos throughout this chaotic world. Thank you.
Rebuttal. Anyone wants to put up any question? Yes, your name, please. Shrishti Ray. Yes. Questions must be pertinent and answers must be crisp.
Hello.
Take this.
How do you think your points will affect our encapitism? Encapitism? Aren't we vulnerable to a hoax?
So I would like to answer this question by saying that we are definitely harmed because
Hello, hello, hello.
Can you let it be on?
But the same question must be asked. Be quick.
How do you think that your points will affect encapitism? That is our vulnerability towards a hoax.
it will not at all, since we need to understand that we are already in an incredibly developed age. I'm not saying we should stop developing, but we should make sure that what we are creating is suitable for us. That's all I want to say.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello. 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 Hello.
So we
Hello.
have finished with the
Hello.
Kolkata Julian
Hello.
Day School.
Hello.
Now we come to the
Hello.
Kalyani Julian Day School speaker. The
Hello.
first
Hello.
speaker will be again
Hello.
talking for the motion,
Hello.
and she is Yagna
Hello.
Seni Nyogi. Is it? What? Shrishti Ray. Okay.
Hello. Hello, hello. Good afternoon to one and all present here, my respected judges, honorary dignitaries, and respected modulator. Today, I, Srishti Ray, representing Julien Day School Kalyani, would like to speak for the motion. I would like to take you
Hello.
into
Hello.
a different realm
Hello.
at time. Let us rewind
Hello.
an instance of time, say Augustan era, the English country. At that moment of time, we might not know many details about us, our earth, and universe. At that moment, we did not know that universe has been created at a finite amount of time. Scientists came to know that universe was expanded and it can be expanded. So in a way, without robots, without artificial intelligence, without considering these factors of knowledge, how can we think of a better tomorrow? We cannot think of a better tomorrow. Going deep and deep into knowledge, we talk about technology and artificial intelligence, which helps us to do complex tasks and revolutionize our era. If we consider this invisible particles around, we can make assumptions, but we cannot prove it without the aid of robots. Considering black holes, we all know what a black hole is. Its gravity is so strong that what goes in never comes out. When it does, it will be only particles, but it's not visible to the naked eye. Only because of certain gadgets, certain AI systems in different space organizations, be it NASA, National Aeronautics Space Organization, or ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, we came to know about this. We tend to say that we live in a world, but we never tend to say that we live in a place where we are surrounded by mysteries. If we want to begin solving a mystery, we will want to decipher it till the end. But we must know our lifespan is limited. But with the help of AI, what would take an eternity can be done within few moments. So why won't we use it? Thus, when mortality restricted us from our intuition, we made AIs to help us. Thus, lastly, I would like to say that for my dreams of knowing everything about everything, for your dreams, I want this revolution for the zenith of discovery. Here I rest my case. Thank you so much.
Yes. Any question? Yes. Your name, please. Meghmondro Chakraborty has a question. Take this.
I would like to ask you that you say technology will help us make our lives easier, right? So how do you define that if all our lives are made easier, don't you think that our imagination would drop and we would in fact not be able to further our cause of development anymore?
Since AI helps us in widening our knowledge by giving us more and more mystery. We try to solve, we tend to go to more deep into the knowledge. I don't think that it will destroy my imagination.
I
Hello.
hope
Hello.
there's no other question. Yes.
Hello.
So thank you. Sit down. Now we have the second speaker from Kalyani Julian Day School. His name is Yagna Sena Nyogi. Her. Yagna Sinhi. Okay. Yagna Seni Nyogi. All new names coming up.
Hello. Hello. Thank you. Good afternoon to one and all present here, the respected judges, moderator, faculty members, teachers, parents, the students present here, and all my worthy opponents. This is Jagoshini Nyogi, and today I am going to speak against the motion. Let's focus on 3 words today. Artificial intelligence helps in developing humanity. Okay, let's focus on 3 words. Artificial, what does it mean? The substitute or the imitation of something that is real or genuine. In its sense, it is not real. What does intelligence mean? Intelligence means the use of the mental faculties and mental functions to carry out tasks in times of a new problem or new situation that arises. Now, let's come to the word human. Humanity. What does humanity mean? Humanity means the sense of being a human being. What does being a human being mean? Being a human being means intelligence is not enough. You need consciousness. Intelligence is not enough. You need consciousness. You need affection, love, the ability to think, the ability to feel, the ability to perceive your own will. And most importantly, in humans, it's not the selfish work of the brain. It's an amazing and beautiful collaboration between the brain and the heart. But can we expect the same thing from artificial intelligence? Let us take a situation. Suppose there is an AI car, a self-driven car that's running at 60 kilometers per hour. Now, suddenly the brakes fail. It can happen in cars. Now, there's a protruding wall in front of the car, and then there's a student or a child in front of the car. What will it do? Just bang on the wall and suffer some external damages or cause harm to the child? In that fraction of second, what's more important? Intelligence or consciousness? Intelligence or awareness? Intelligence or the ability to take quick decisions? How fake news spreads so fast on the internet? How fake news about exaggerated hate crimes and wars spread so fast on the internet, even though we saw it once it got recommended on our Google account multiple number of times in spite of clicking on that close button. Why does that happen? Have we ever thought about it? I know it all depends upon the programming and the coding, and we need to have a human touch, and that's why corporate sectors are employing philosophers and sociologists along with the scientific and technological works. But can artificial intelligence, further development in artificial intelligence, actually help humanity prosper? Okay, technical and technological advancements, I agree. But what about humanity? What about the human feelings? What about them? Because after all, little bit of sugar in tea, all cool and good. Too much of sugar causes diabetes. Here I rest my case. Thank you.
Don't you? Hello.
don't you think time efficient factors, like suppose buying items online and various other factors, can be done easily using the AI devices? What about the time efficiency? Can it be replaced?
Thank you so much for the question, Nairi. But apart from time efficiency, we also need to think about the creative thinking skills and the open mind. If we just want one answer to be answered in time, in 1 second, 2 seconds, and we just don't let our minds think about the answer, we just depend on Google. What do you think the future of humanity will be like? Will there be any humans, or will it be just robots? Just think about that first.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Just, am I audible? Is it audible? Audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just one point while asking questions in the rebuttal round. Please keep in mind that you cannot ask 3 questions at a time. All right. So one pertinent question can be asked to the speaker. You have to be very precise while asking questions. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Anyone? No? No question? Now we have Pratiksha Maiti from Ganganagar Julian Day School to speak for the motion. Okay. Raima. It's written upside down. Okay. Okay. Raima Ghosh from Ganganagar Julian Day School, speaking for the motion.
Hello. Just give me a minute. Hello. Good morning. I've noticed there are quite a couple of handshakes going around this room. So please let me say hello to our managing trustee, our esteemed teachers, parents apparently, and the judges. By the way, I have always known fit to do it. Namaskar. My name is Raima Ghosh. I am from Julian Day School, Ganganagar, and today I will be speaking for the motion that yes, the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. It is ironic, really, because there are two words with the letter F, fail or faint. Today, I am tempted to think I'm going to be doing the latter. Yes, okay. Where was I? Right. I'm tempted to think that there are two words with the letter F, and I'm tempted to do the latter. I'm going to fail or faint, either ways. And I can seriously understand that I have made some very bad fashion choices today. I mean, look at me. My hair is rumbled. All the three judges are wearing their glasses. I have a pair of glasses in my bag, and I'm not wearing them. Oh, great for me. Well, then, now to get to the topic. It is ironic because the last speaker, I forgot her name, but I think she was from Kalyani, and she gave the point about imagination. Let's define these two terms. The definition of natural was already given to you by her. The definition of imagination is the ability to be creative. And the definition of intelligence is the ability to understand, think. Now, these two are very different things. Now, I think we have all seen Terminator 1, 2, 3, all the movies. So we can quite easily say that yes, robots will definitely replace humans. I completely agree. Tonight, the opposition is going to try to prove to you that this will be bad for us. And I'm going to try to prove to you that this is not. Of course, it's not. Just imagine it. If we have robots that, or artificial intelligence, a more fancy term for the word robot, if we have that, this leaves humans to achieve their full capacity. Let me tell you this thing about artificial intelligence. We are under the very wrong presumption that if somebody can think better, can calculate better, can solve more numerical equations in a shorter span of time, that makes them better. Let me give you the example of humans ourselves. The humans, when we first came into existence, there were four species. One was Homo sapiens, one was the Neanderthals, the other two, unfortunately, I cannot tell you. I didn't have internet, allowed to use internet, so I couldn't look it up. The Neanderthals were much more advanced than the humans. So obviously, they were much more advanced than the humans. They could solve numericals much more faster. But we survived because of
Hello,
our ability to imagine better.
Hello.
No amount of automatons will be able to imagine Lord Ganesha being born from Durga Ma's earwax. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello, check.
For the rebattling now, any question for her? Yes.
Suppose,
It's all.
hello. Suppose we want to learn a new numerical. So we cannot actually, we see the question in the book and then we directly go on to Google for the answer. It shows us a long cut way, but we can actually do it in a shortcut way if we think, just like we read the question and we go on to Google. What do you want to say about that?
So, what exactly is your question?
My question is that human beings, when provided with the easier thing, they tend to go for it.
Right. Thank you, because I got a little muddled up. My mic wasn't working. So I think honestly I deserve a little more time. But since I'm not going to get it either way, thank you for extending a minute for me. Well, you say that if we get an easier way, of course, I completely agree with you. If computers can solve the easier questions for us, why should we bother? We already know we can do that. Our minds are destined to do greater things. We are destined to create artwork such as the ones that Picasso created. I'm not saying everybody can do it, we can't. But that is the potential which our minds have. Should we not be trying to reach that potential instead of solving a few meager sums on a question paper? Thank you very much.
Any more question? Yes.
Yes, you tell that artificial intelligence helps us reach our full potential. Even if I agree with that, can you explain that back in the old times when almost no technology was available, yet the depression rates and anxiety rates were far lower? And today, with so much technology, kids our age who back then were only dedicated to studies, why are we suffering from anxiety and depression? Why is it in an all-time high if the artificial intelligence truly help us reach our full potential?
I suppose I have to thank you for your question. So thank you. I don't mean that sincerely. Now, your question was, why are the scores going down now? Is that right? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, it has nothing to do with artificial intelligence. I'm very sorry to tell you. It has to do with all the social pressure that is being put on the children. This is also social pressure. I'm standing here right now and I finally get why they provide you with a podium so that they can't see your legs shaking and trembling and waiting to fall down into the ground. So yeah, I completely agree with the fact that the scores are now going down. Of course they will. The competition has become fiercer. But this does not mean that artificial intelligence will not help humankind. In fact, might I tell you this one thing, though I'm probably not being very crisp with my answer. Might I just tell you this? We are now living in this society. You're sitting in this nice, shall we say, nice wooden paneled or plastered stage. Earlier, you would have been sitting at a rock stadium over a rock giving this speech. So I don't need to tell you about advancement with humans. Thank you very much. Any other question for me?
No more questions? Please be seated.
Thank you very much.
We have Pratiksha Maiti from Ganganagar speaking against the motion.
Good morning, sorry. Good afternoon to one and all present here, including the dignitaries and all the teachers and our respected judges as well. Well, I stand against the motion, and my name is Pratiksha Maiti, not that anyone cares. So, to start with, I would say while I was traveling down the bus this morning, I noticed a lady sitting by the roadside meticulously painting into a pot. And I reminisced with a coffee mug that I have from Shantiniketan. And whenever I drink coffee from that mug, the interesting fact is that it's not the coffee only, there's a different feeling into it, not what I get in the paper cups. I believe there are so many ladies here in the room, and I can see already, ma'am, wearing a handloom sari. When you have a handloom sari, you caress it, you look into each and every thread before you wear it. And you have a printed sari, you take it off, you wear it, and you prepare yourself for the event. That's the difference between artificial intelligence and human intelligence. Human intelligence is not about only the intelligent quotient. Human intelligence has emotional quotient, social quotient, mental quotient. Artificial intelligence, of course, has intelligent quotient, but what about the others? And that is where it brings us to much more of a problem and a danger. Now, what's the danger? Today, there's a short circuit in the wires of the brain, and you don't know the other day you were writing a love letter to this man, romanticizing about your feelings, and the other time you bring out a gun and you shoot that person because there is a short circuit in the wires of the artificial brain. Do we really think humans would be doing the same? Well, about humans, we know that what kind of emotions we have, whether that's scintillating, whether that's kind of short and fruity, or whether that's in the worst case scenario, sheer hatred. But with artificial intelligence, do we really know how they are going to react? Are we really aware of that? And now I'll get to the quintessential arguments that were to be put up against the motion. I didn't find my proposition putting it up, though I want to put it over to the House. That is, of course, when we bring in artificial intelligence without any iota of doubt, I can say that it causes physical retardation. With you having everything at your hands, at your footsteps, at your doorsteps, you don't want to move. Who wants to move? And that leads to obesity. That leads to a very, very miserable lifestyle, ultimately leading to death. And not to forget about mental retardation and the imaginative skills. Like one of my worthy opponents has already spoken about it, I would say you all are arguing that imagination is not deprived. Right before, quite a few minutes back, while we were sitting at the library, we admitted it or not, but we were really desperately wanting our mobile phones with the network connectivity so that we could get everything at hand. Where does our imagination stand at that time? And I would like to end by stating, while I was having a confabulation with Broughton ma'am this morning, she said that simplicity is the key to a good and long life. So I would end with that, stating that brevity is the soul of beauty. You always don't need complications. Humans can stay without complications. Thank you.
Any question? Yes. Shrishti.
If we cannot handle danger, you say, with artificial intelligence, then isn't there something wrong with our conscience?
Can I get your name, please? Thank you, Srishti, for the question. She said that it's in our hands we are to manipulate our dangers and not. But when we get an artificially intelligent person, where we heard somebody speaking of Sophia, where there are claims that Sophia can think herself what to do and what not to do, there will come a day when artificial intelligence will decide whether I'm to take this action or whether I am not to take this action. Then where does human existence lie? Does human existence lie in a place where human creators, are overpowered by their creations, or artificial intelligence, which has been created by humans, they dictate humans? So therefore, I believe there is no point in stating that humans have a role to play in the dangers of tomorrow, when artificial intelligence will somehow become the brains of tomorrow. Thank you.
Now we have Syed Mominullah from the Howrah Julian Day School.
Good evening to one and all present here. As stated earlier, I am here to deliver my speech for the motion. So let's start off by saying artificial intelligence. It has impacted our lives to a great extent. It has helped a golfer to time a perfect swing and even to disrupt the path of a deadly missile coming towards our country. It has numerous applications out there, but let's talk about the most significant ones. Number one, in medical sciences, it is now possible to do human cloning. Cloning means the exact replica of a human being, both morphologically and genetically. We evolved from apes because we had a mutation in our gene. We had some changes made in our gene. But to do cloning, it is not possible. You get the exact replica so that you can study that organism for more medical advancements, for more medicines to be made. Moreover, if you are in sports like me, you must have known about VAR and the offside technology. Now, previously, referees used to do that. But now there are semi-automated machines. They provide a precision with the error of less than 0.001%. Of course, referees are humans. Humans do make mistakes. They have the precision very low as compared to the artificial intelligence robots. Speaking of robots, nowadays, surgeons are not conducting surgeries. Instead, they are like implanting robots inside their body, which are like smaller than our own hand, to manipulate the heart and to make it beat faster for persons who have like suffered from low blood pressure. Any political leader in any part of the world, for example, states a very controversial topic. Now, you won't wait the entire day for the newspaper to come until you hear the news. You will just pick up your phone or switch on your TV and you will get that thing in a jiffy. Moreover, if this pandemic wasn't there, we won't be able to understand the importance of artificial intelligence. Online education has become a very important thing that enables us to learn both from our home, which is both time efficient and also help us concentrate better. And lastly, I would like to say that mobile phones and televisions, they are the new weaponry to the next generation. And we will certainly be benefited more if we learn about artificial intelligence. Thank you.
So you say that artificial intelligence will make a lot of things more efficient and perfect for human beings. But can you disagree that at the end of the day, perfect will get boring?
Can you please repeat the last part of the sentence?
You say that AI will make things more efficient and it will make a lot of things absolutely perfect, such as surgeries. So at the end of the day, when it will expand to things like sports, don't you think that the perfect will be boring?
Yeah, I completely agree to perfect to be boring, but I would just like to change from sports to medical sciences. If you do it manually, there is a slight percentage chance that you might like mess up the whole thing and eventually make the person die. Now, robots are designed in such a way that they have the minimum error and perform the absolute perfect surgery so you can stand on your legs again.
Another question. Yes, there's another question.
This is Pratiksha Maiti here. The question for you is this. What if there is a glitch in the AI technology that is being used for surgery? Wouldn't it cost the life of somebody?
Yeah, absolutely. There is a possibility of glitches in the AI technology. But if you like appoint surgeons, studies have found out almost 45% of the surgeries that are carried out, they are not perfect. And when it comes to robots, it might glitch, but that percentage gets lowered to 15%. That's way lower considering the entire world's population. Is your answer? Is the question answered?
Thank you. I'm not asked to re-question you.
Yeah, thank you.
So we come to the last speaker of the day, that is Anni Shaha from Howrah Julian Day School. She will be speaking against the motion.
A very warm evening to the judges, to the managing trustee, the teachers, and my worthy opponents. Well, today I am firmly standing against the motion. Well, what is artificial intelligence? Well, I'm not going to go by a dictionary definition because I couldn't make up my mind whether to go with the Oxford Dictionary or the Cambridge Dictionary. Well, I feel AI is something that is computerized. It's not humans. It cannot be humans any day. Well, I would give you a personal example. This other day, I walked into my room and was wondering which is the switch for my fan and the lights, because it was every time Alexa who used to turn it on. Well, where is my intelligence? I don't even remember the lights of my rooms. Isn't that something that annoys me all the time? Well, I would like to connect this AI devices modernification with economics. Well, we know about Robin's definition, scarcity definition. Well, it is coined that the scarcity definition coins that abundance leads to problem. Similarly, abundance of intelligence lead to similar problems. Well, what are the problems? It makes the human inactive. It makes the youth inactive. It lets us think under those four walls and nothing outside. Well, I personally think that AI has made our lives easier. But I would kindly mention that everything which is easy doesn't have amazing results too. Well, this debate has focused on 90%, but there is very important 10% that is left, and I would like to bring that to the house, is the economic problems that arises with AI. Well, if AI comes into fashion, jobs will vanish off. What is the income of the universe or the world, to be very precise about? What do we do at that moment? What is our work to be done? Because there is abundance of AI and that can lead to humorous economical problems. Now, AI needs abundance of money to be designed, and developing or developed countries have abundance of money to invest on AI devices. So they will end up becoming so powerful that they can end up becoming the youth World War III. AI has several benefits and I agree to it. So does the humans. The humans and AI can never be similar. So if they work together hand in hand, then they can make greater differences that generation before us could just dream of. Well, I would like to mention this very important point, that is the carbon emission. Well, when we are talking about AI products designing, there is a lot of carbon emission that takes place during its construction.
Well, many companies like Apple have gone through the research analytics and they have come up with a conclusion of zero net carbon emission. But I would like to say the AI devices have failed to record the carbon emissions all throughout. So, hereby I conclude by saying that even abundance can lead to greater problems. So, abundance of intelligence can lead to the youth of problems. Thank you so much. I rest my case.
Any questions? Yes. Shrishti?
Is dilemma, bewilderness of humans, more significant than getting answers?
Well, it is most significant, but if you check the internet according to recent reports about the zero net carbon emission, the AI device has failed to design the correct reports and it has failed to make the current balance sheets for the Apple private limited. They've already mentioned it to be a public security, so you can go and check that over internet.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Raima Ghosh. My question to you is, in your speech, you mentioned about Alexa, I think. But well, Alexa switching on and off the lights, doesn't that leave you to wonder about some of the bigger problems that you might have? Doesn't it make your life easier, and in that way, is it not a help to humanity? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I would answer that by saying that yes, Alexa makes our life easier. But I already mentioned it in the paragraph of my speech that easier things have worst, results. So we forget the rooms of our light. Is that a good thing? Because Alexa is always doing the work for us, and we don't remember even the switch off our lights. So I don't think that's good for our intelligence. Thank you.
No more questions? So we end up here, and I would like to say a few words.
Ma'am, just one question. This is to the judges and, of course, to the rest of the principals. Since my mic went off, I know I'm not supposed to do that, and I'm not even asking you to judge me for what I ask now, but I would like to have the permission to complete what I was supposed to say. Do I have that? If I don't, please tell me, I'll sit down. It seems very unfair that my speech would be less or shorter because apparently.
I feel you already had spoken and now you sit. We have finished. Now no more chances will be given.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Please
you.
sit down.
Since we are at the closure of our today's debate, I request our judges to kindly speak at least few words.
Yes, I'll definitely invite the judges. But before that, I just want to just say a few sentences. Okay, right. Yes, the judges, please come up on the dais.
We request
They want
Mrs.
to
Sumita
speak
Bhattacharya.
afterwards. I'll just say a few lines, that's all.
Ma'am, we first request Mrs. Sumita Bhattacharya, the current head of the Department of Loreto House School, to come and share her experience of today's debate.
We have a group of wonderful judges here. They are all experts, especially in debate, and all are from the English department. So, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to say it was a real pleasure hearing all the debaters speak. It was a difficult task, and I'm sure my esteemed co-judges will agree to choose the winner. If there has been a difference, it's a very thin line. And I congratulate each one of you for your confidence. Frankly speaking, even my knees would shake if I stood there behind the podium to address the gathering. And considering you have been given an hour to prepare, and undoubtedly the topic is a very interesting one, but it requires a lot to to present your arguments in a coherent manner, to show your mastery over the subject, definitely. And above all, what is commendable is the level of confidence, the smart handling of the question. Whatever the question was, y'all were not nervous. Y'all handled it very well. So congratulations once again. And in a last word, I would like to say, if the young generation has understood the difference between the selfish work of the brain and the intelligent collaboration of feelings, emotions, for the benefit of mankind, then our future is very bright. We have nothing to think of. Thank you.
Next, we ask, yes, sir.
We request Mr. Preetham Chatterjee to please share.
First of all, good afternoon to each and everyone present here. And special thanks to all the principals of JULIEN Day School and the entire management for having us here. Especially the principal who is newly appointed, he is not there, but Madam Vice Principal, Mr. McNamara, Mr. Terence John, thanks everyone. And now these young ignited minds. Today's topic was the development of artificial intelligence will help humanity. So next time before you debate, young ladies and gentlemen, please underline the keywords. Okay, most of you have done it, but artificial intelligence, from today's discussion, what I could figure out, it has enormous potential to serve the society. It's bringing more, radical innovations for humans in the future. Its problem-solving ability, you have emphasized on that. It could help people and, the communities around the world by solving toughest challenges. Now, the team who all spoke for the motion, the first speaker emphasized on the reduction in the human error. Right. Okay. The second speaker, mortality is restraining us. Srishti, right? Okay. So, Srishti, next time, because when you're debating, you are trying to communicate with the other speakers, you're trying to convey your message well. So please have lucidity in your speech. Do not use bombastic words. Ma'am went on reminding you, but somehow you slept off that. Third speaker, in the rebuttal round, your question could have been answered in a little more logical manner. All right. And somewhere you refuted from the motion that you had chosen. And the fourth speaker, that is you from Howrah branch, you had well researched the data, the statistics that you had incorporated. That was very well commendable. But somewhere the rebuttal question was not properly answered. Now let me come to the speakers who spoke against the motion. The first speaker, next time, make sure that you develop your constructives logically, okay? And illustrate that suitably with examples, all your constructives. The second speaker was you, yes, emphasized on each and every keyword. The moment you came on the dais, you started, you opened your mouth and I got that vibe. So intelligence versus conscience and consciousness, that was the key note. And you actually emphasized on that. Brain and heart, humanity and human feelings. Salute to you, ma'am. And she deserves a round of applause, please. And third speaker, yes, simplicity. I was just wondering that when you will come to that point, of course you had covered that point. And fourth speaker, well-constructed arguments, and most importantly, you had discussed the point that impact on economy, but most of you should keep in mind next time what we lacked is a sense of humor. it was not there. So please, it would have add on some more extra to it. All right. Thank you so very much. All the best for the next debates. Thank you.
Our next judge is invited on the. Do you want to speak from here?
Firstly, thank you for having me here. It was a wonderful session. I really enjoyed listening to each of you, and I agree. It's really difficult to go there and deliver your speech, and you had just 1 hour to prepare. So wonderful job done, each of you, right? Uh, I just want to tell you, children, that just keep this in mind. Uh, you need to add a bit of humor, as Sir has already said. And also, when you are debating, use your choice of words, the kind of language that you are using is very important. It needs to be impactful for sure. You have to be convincing to your opponent, but at the same time, remember, you cannot be rude, you cannot be offensive, you cannot, it doesn't mean you are debating here, doesn't mean that you have to shout. Okay, it can be done in a very respectful way. It is a respectful contradiction, right? You contradict your opponent and you are presenting your opinions. So that can be done in a very nice way, keeping the tone, the voice modulation in mind. So that is one thing that I wanted to point out. And apart from that, all good. We enjoyed. All the best. Thank you. Thank you.
I feel I must congratulate the children. You have really done very well. This is the first time I came to Julien Day group of schools, and I did not have the idea that the children are in such a good, standard, high standard, because I was comparing your level with the other school levels, ICSE schools, where I have been going, and you are doing well, but there's always a place to improve. And what I liked about you is the way you walked to the podium and spoke smartly without getting nervous, and you put across your thought. That's wonderful, and keep it up, children. You had 1 hour to prepare yourself, and the topic is very apt. I like the topic, but one point which I felt should have been talked about was the price. Isn't the AI very expensive? Yes or no? I feel no one spoke about this one point, though you have researched well and you have spoke about and touched upon all the points, but this is also important. It's very expensive. Initially, we heard about AI regarding the, weather forecast. That was the only means where we used it. And today, yes, Alexa is doing all the job for us. Whether we are becoming lazy or not, that is not the question. Let the house decide. But you were wonderful, and I thank the Julien Day group of schools for this wonderful afternoon, and all the best, children.
Since we have come to the end of today's show, I would like to extend my regard to all three honorable judges for taking out their time and coming here and gracing this occasion. It's been an honor for all of us to have you amongst us, and your guidance will surely help us and our children to focus better in the near future. I would like to thank our moderator, ma'am, Ms. Pushpita Barik, for coming today and gracing this occasion and helping our children to pave the way how they can perform better with the years coming down one after the other, how we, one hurdle after the other, how we cross and do better and better. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming and gracing this occasion. I would request Mrs. Sumita Bhattacharya. Mr. Preetham Chatterjee, sir. I request ma'am to please come down. Yeah, Mrs. Sushmita Ghosh. Ma'am, if you can come down. Ma'am, please. be careful. I request Mrs. Pushpita Barik. I request the children to please come down from the stage. Arrange. From this side, we go that other side.
Hello. We would like to thank the moderator and the judges taking them time off. Thank you for coming. And we do wish you come back again next year.
Nice meeting you, sir. I had no idea about the schools, but today is the first day I came to Julian Day School, and really the children are. It's all because of your hard work.
Okay, will all the rest sit down? Let the judges depart. Yeah, no. Yeah, they can go. No. It will change all of you the next. Which one can the Kulzani can write it for them? When you want to see. The totals are all ready. My tabulators. Priya, it's okay. In the third place came the Ahura branch with 225 points. There's no certificates for you all. You can come and shake ma'am's hand. I'm managing to. In the second place came Ganganagar with 229 points. I'm standing near mum, in case I may get ball of what happened to her, Kolkata. And in the first place, Kalyani with 249 points. So Kalyani, please come up. Who's the best speaker? No, give these two. No, the two speakers. Come.
Oh, no name is right. If your name is
Go today. Stanley. The best speaker. 1 minute, mum. Mum. Best winner. Wait. Best speaker. Wait. The best speaker, we will let you know in a day or two. Okay? But the winning trophy goes to Kalyani. I've got the name for the best speaker. The best speaker goes to the school captain of Ganganagar, Praktisha Maiti. No, give it the tabulator. Okay. Praktisha. It's a short live. Take your certificate.
Then finish with the camera.
And I would like to thank Mr. Terence John, the principal of Kalyani, for bringing all the judges and the moderator. Thank you very much. Okay, Terence, Bobby. Sir, running away. He's running away.